Hey Lash Babes, have you been wanting to become a lash artist? Make sure to check out my Yoyis Plus membership where you can have access to my online courses from beginner to advanced styling, all from the comfort of your own home. You also gain access to never before seen content not found on YouTube. Members also save up to 50% off lash products with free shipping. To learn how to save money and take your skills to the next level, make sure to check the description box down below for more information. Hey Lash Babes, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a removal. I used to have a video all about removal, but I feel like I needed an upgrade. So this was her lashes before. She was actually my model for my volume course. So if you're somebody that wants to learn how to do volume lashing, but wants to do it from the comfort of their own home, I recommend for you guys to check out my online courses. So for the products, I am going to be using my Yoyis Lash Sensitive Tape in white. I do have them available in the large one and small. And for the xoxo-Yoyis iPads, you can find them on my Amazon storefront linked down below. So you're going to do pretty much everything the same on how you would normally lash somebody, except for now we're not washing, we're not priming, we're not doing none of that. We're just going to place the iPads, making sure that we are placing them correctly. You don't want the iPads to be comfortable because she is going to be sitting there with product on her eyes, and they're pretty much going to be shut tight the whole process. And if the iPads are bothering her, you're not going to be able to fix them around because all that product is going to be pretty much all on the iPads. So make sure that you put the iPads correctly the first time around, that way they don't bother them. If you are somebody that is struggling on how to place your iPads correctly, I recommend for you to check out my video all about how to place iPads or tape down the bottom lashes. In that video, I teach you 4 different ways on how to tape down the bottom lashes. You don't necessarily need to use iPads all the time, but I do recommend for you guys to go check out that video because I show you 4 different ways on how to tape down the bottom lashes. So now I'm just making sure that the inner corners are comfortable. Again, you don't want to leave them just like that. You want to make sure that the iPads feel comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the product. I prefer to use a cream remover. When it comes to using any kind of product like this that you're getting out of a jar, you never want to be double dipping, meaning using that same brush to dip in the jar and get more product. So as you can see, I grabbed more than enough the first time around to make sure that I had enough to distribute around her whole lash line. So if I need more, I'm going to throw this brush away and grab a brand new one. If you're somebody that has not gone to beauty school, that is the number one thing they teach you, is not to be cross-contaminating. Because if you were to double dip and use this jar on somebody else, it's already contaminated by the person that you just used it, because you don't know what that person has. So you never want to be doing that. So again, throw out the brush that you use and then start using a new one. So as you can tell, I am just distributing all on the lash line, right on the base where the glue is at. So you don't necessarily need to coat the whole extension, but if you have more than enough product, you can do whatever you want. So I'm just focusing it on the base, making sure that I don't get none on the eyelid. And it's perfectly normal if you do, just go ahead and clean it up, but I'm mainly just distributing it all along the lash line, right where the glue is at. And I'm making sure that I use more than enough product. Because I'm using a cream remover, it is a lot thicker. There's some cream removers out there in the market that are a little more jelly-like, but I don't like using gel removers because they're very liquidy. So the person that's lying down, they will probably have a higher chance of that product seeping into their eye because it is very liquidy and jelly, and it's just going to seep into their eye. So I prefer using a cream remover because it's more gentle and it just sits where you place it, and you won't have any of that seeping into their eye. And trust me, gel removers are a pain in the butt, because if it does get in your client's eye, it's gonna burn like heck. And trust me, I know, because I've had somebody use gel remover on me and I was squirmy. My legs were lifting, like I couldn't sit still. It was a horrible experience. So that's why, me personally, I will always stick to a cream remover, because it just feels more comfortable and it just doesn't feel like you have anything on your lashes compared to a gel. It'll probably seep into your client's eyes. And even though gel does work work a lot faster. That's why a lot of people like using gel. But me personally, I like using cream remover because it's more gentle. You will probably never have your clients experience a chemical burn in their eyes because of it. So this step right here is not important. You don't necessarily need to do this step, but I like to do it because it kind of just, it in a way, it kind of heats up the product, making it more work faster, even though it's not technically heating it up. But at least for me, I like to do this step. You don't need to. You can just put the product and just let it be, but I like to just do this step. So I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and then start working on one eye at a time. So as you can see, I removed one of the eye pads, and with a tweezer, I'm going to gently tug at the lashes. And the reason why I like to do this is because some extensions are going to be a pain in the butt to take off. So I like to go in with the tweezer and just tug at them gently and pull at them gently. You don't want to be sitting there trying to yank it out. So you want to be just gentle with this process. And it's going to take a little more work when it comes to a cream remover because you're going to need to let it sit there for a little bit longer. So this just kind of helps me work in progress and then just check both of them at the same time, making sure that you remove what needs to be removed and whatever needs to sit there a little bit longer, you can let it sit. So as you can see, I'm just going back and forth between both eyes and just gently tugging at the lashes with my tweezers. I'm not trying to pull them all off at the same time because again, there's going to be some lashes that need to sit a lot longer. And by a lot longer, I'm talking about like a good 20 minutes because they're just on there real good, you know. Sometimes you get a little too heavy-handed with the glue and it's fine, you know, but you just got to make sure that you let it sit as long as it needs to. So as you can see, I'm not going crazy with the tugging. I'm just pulling it at them, and if they don't come out, then I'm just gonna let it be. So I got ahead of myself and I completely forgot to mention the product that I'm using. So this is my cream remover coming out very soon, and probably by the time you're watching this, it'll already be launching or already out. So I do have two scents coming out, aloe and peach scent, and the one that I'm using right now, it's peach scent, but the aloe will be the first one launching. They're pretty much the same thing. The only difference is one is a peach scent and one is an aloe scent. So it's the same formulation. Nothing is different about them. They're just different scents. So if you are somebody that has been looking for a good remover but doesn't know the difference between gel and cream, then I highly recommend for you guys to check out my cream remover because it is gentle. It's not very liquidy. It's not going to seep into your client's eyes. So this is why I love my cream remover. And again, aloe vera will be the first one launching, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it because, you know, sometimes we have those clients that get an allergic reaction or just want to change up their style or just don't want extensions on them anymore. So it is a good thing to be able to have a remover on hand in case you do happen to run across a client who needs her extensions removed right away. So as you can see, I'm just gently tugging at the lashes and they're kind of just already falling off on their own. You just got to pull them off, but then there's those stubborn lashes that do not want to come off. So at this point, I'm just going back and forth between both eyes and trying to tug at the ones that do come off. If they're not coming off, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to let it sit a little bit longer. So at this point, I'm just going to let you guys enjoy the process. And when I'm ready to come back and give you guys some more pointers, then I will do that. I'm going to put some cute little music for you guys to enjoy. And then I will be right back when I'm ready to give you some more pointers.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. sign. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes
Okay, I quickly wanted to jump into what it is exactly that I did here. So as you guys saw, I ended up putting a pump of my lash shampoo, my Wash Me Baby lash shampoo, into the actual lid. And with a clean lipstick applicator, I went in there and then just grabbed some of the shampoo to kind of wet the brush. So with that, I pretty much just went in gently and started removing all the excess product off of her lashes and her eyelid, and still not opening up her eyes, even though there might have been some slight movements where her eyes opened up. Remember, we are using a cream remover, and because it is a little thick, it's not going to seep into her eye the way that a gel product would. So now that we completely removed all the product, when you remove the eye pads, just make sure to gently keep their eyes closed and not to put any pressure, not blink or not flinch, because then you can get the products in her eye. So this is why I recommend for them to just stay very still. And then I'm going to wash one eye at a time. So I put one pump, and then I'm going to make sure that I fully get in there and start cleaning off that lash line, making sure that if there was any product left over, then this will just ensure that you remove all of that. So I recommend for you to take your time doing this. Don't rush the process, because again, we're dealing with somebody's eyes, and when it comes to a remover, doesn't matter if it's a cream or a gel, if you do get that in their eye, it's gonna hurt. So just take your time, just be gentle about it, and then once you actually get all the product removed, then you're gonna go in and wash her. So not only am I gonna wash her in bed, I'm also, once I'm done, I'm gonna have her walk to the sink, and then she's gonna rinse her eyes with water. And this is like the best feeling ever, is being able to just rub your eyes and clean your eyes without the extensions on. Is such a beautiful feeling. So now I'm jumping to the next eye. Again, you want to do one eye at a time, because you don't want to have that shampoo sitting on the other eye. And because we are dealing with liquid now, you have a higher chance of whatever was left over from that cream remover on those lashes mixing with the shampoo, and then it's going to get in her eye. So that's why I recommend to do one eye at a time, and just take your time. Don't rush the process. We're just working it back and forth, really getting in that lash line. That way you can remove all that cream remover. And what the thing about this is that because we are dealing with a cream remover, you might have some residue left over. And when you go in with water or shampoo, when that cream remover mixes with a liquid, it's going to turn like, it's going to give it a little white cast. So that's why I take them to the sink. That way they can really get in there and remove any leftover residue that might have been left over on her lash line. So at this point, we're pretty much done. That is how I like to do a removal. If you are new here, make sure to like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future content. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.